Well, hello guys and welcome back to the channel, Never Too Old. As you can see, I'm in the process of fitting the isolator switch for the solar panel onto this board. I've made a colossal cock up here, down here with my hole, but it's going to get covered up with my MPPT solar controller. So if I put that there and whack it up against it, it's going to hide most of the issue. So I'll get that attached and then we can attack the solar cables. Okay, so these connectors didn't come with any instructions, so I'm going to use my Sherlock Holmes deduction of common sense and figure that. So I know I need the male fitting on the positive wire because it's a female fitting on the other end. So I assume I am slipping this in here like so. It would be helpful if you could see. Slipping this in here like so. Crimping it somehow. I don't think the crimpers are going to work on this because I've got to get it into that hole. And if I crimp it, that's it, done. So if I, yeah, that totally worked. Not. Alright, let's give the crimpers a go. Yeah, I'm going to pull you a bit tighter here because the wire's pulling, which isn't helping matters. Oh, on ahead. Let's try that again. I don't know what electrical things have to. You need 17 bloody pairs of hands. Right. Okay. It's crimped. Not very well, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so this end goes here. This end goes here. This goes here, and I assume I just push with all my might so it's as far as it will go. And then I twist this on, and that's it, right? Okay, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Well, apart from the crimping bit. Alright, one done. Let's get this positive wire stripped. I'm a bit, I gave myself a little bit of a shock earlier because I grabbed hold of these two and I didn't realise what I was doing. It wasn't a terrible shock. But. So let's see if this wire stripper is going to work for me for a change. No. Good grief. Oh, here we go. Only it just took the top there off and left the rest. It's not closing now. Yeah, okay. Let's go with Old Faithful. Alright, reduced to the Stanley knife. Which, in all fairness, I don't know why I just didn't use it in the first place. It's so much easier. Yeah. Voila. Okie dokes. So, my next cable, in we go here. Attempt to crimp it again. I don't even know I'm using the right size. I think they're too big. I really do think they're too big. But you know what? If they kind of do the job, which they're not. They're not doing at all. They're making some kind of squashy mess, but I don't really think it's... Okay, but it is in. And there is connection, so where are we? This slot's on here like this. This slot's on here like this. I hope this isn't super fuzzy and you can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And then we push that as far up as we can get it. There we go. There's our female in there. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, you can't see, it's too dark. I'm just going to double check I've got... Oh. Okay, crease is versed, I think. The crimp did come out, but I've managed to fix it back up again. I do not like these at all. Okay, so there we have our female connection. So our isolator is switched to off. Off is down, on is up. Strangely enough, off is with the green light. Don't ask, I haven't a clue. So now, if I attach my nope. Oh Jesus, I nearly had a heart attack then. Because I just... Right, so I know you can't see it, but at the bottom, the positive is a male. And I was like, no, because no. So here's the male, here's my male. Right, at the top, however, which is where I need it connected, it's female. Whoa. So, in we go with connection. Snap. In we go with our female to negative male. Oh. Snap. Thank God for that. Right, I haven't fixed this yet because I want to do the wires just in case you're wondering why I'm wobbling about the place. Okay, so the circuit, while hooked up upstairs on the roof of the van, is now completely safe. Thank God, because it's switched off. Right. So now I need to use my other cables with those same connectors to make the cables at the bottom, only it's the opposite. So, don't ask me why. So the positive now is the male connector, so I need a female on the positive, and the negative is a female connector, so I need a male on the negative. Try not to completely mess this up again. Right, I'm not going to film it again. You saw me the first time, mainly because I don't want you to see me mess it up if I'm going to mess it up. And I'll come back to you when I've done them. So this is what happens when you are tired and try and cut corners, and instead of unplugging it all and taking it over to the workbench and clamping the board down, I have a nice, God knows what the hell that shape is, in my board. So all my pretty circles, not a good day for cutting holes today, clearly. I'll fix it up later. So for now, let's get these cables under. They're gonna be, all of these cables are also going to be at the back of the board, like I always wanted it to be that way. So I have straight screwdriver to unscrew. Oh, maybe it's too big. Maybe I'm blind. Where are you? Why are you not? Oh, here we go. No, I think that's too wide. Hang on. Okay, let's try this one. I don't really think they're actually needly sewn. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're already loose and I just need to tighten them. Yes, that was the problem. Alright, negative into this guy. Positive into this guy. Alright, so that's those two in. What I now need to do is cut lengths of battery cable, because the battery cable goes from here, it goes to a breaker which I am waiting on tomorrow. So once I've got the cables done, I won't be able to go very much farther. And yes, I've just realised I didn't put my cable through. I didn't put the cables through the hole. For the love of God, maybe I should just like wake up tomorrow and start again. That's better, right? Okie dokes. So I have fed my positive cable in through there, up through here, my negative cable through the same hole as the last one, and up through here. These two cables now will then go through that bloody horrible hole I made. So let's get this board back up here and see what she looks like. Okay, so ideally I should have some square, I don't know what they're called, crimped ends to go in there, but there's contact anyway, so I'm happy enough. The screws are in tight enough. I will get some at some stage. Right, so the negative is then to be attached at this end of the battery, very much like we did before. One end of the battery to the other. However, the negative, I will attach the negative to this end of the battery, but the positive needs to get attached to, I don't know if you can see that because I don't know whether I've got you pointing. The positive attaches to the breaker, and then the positive still attaching to the breaker attaches to the battery. But I'll be attaching it at the far end again, so that the negative is at this end and the positive is at that end. So that just is an added safety measure. Alright, let me get a ring thingy majiggy on this fella and get him clamped in, and then that's all I can do this evening until my breaker comes tomorrow. So I'm quite excited, because when the breaker comes and when I get this all wired up, tomorrow will be our first day where we're getting energy from the sun to charge our batteries. It's very exciting. There. Doesn't that look a little bit better? So yesterday, while I was waiting for the breaker to arrive, I decided to remove that board. I've been wanting to do it for ages. It's just that so many other things take up my time and my attention, and I'm flitting around all over the van doing all sorts of other things. I've also made that control board a lot smaller, and for those of you wondering where the rest of the electrics are going, they are going to go under the counter, which will fit over the top of that area, that box there. Hard to explain, but you'll see it as I build it. Currently that everything is wired up, and currently it is temporarily in position because at the moment it looks like spaghetti junction behind there, but I wanted to get it set up so I can put the breaker on. And yes, those cables are too long at the bottom. That's another thing I need to sort out. I need to get some cable brackets and then fix the wiring at the back, because yeah, it's a disaster. Okay, so it's now day 3. I have got the breaker and we're now going to get that fixed. Alright, so this is our breaker. It's, like I said yesterday, just an extra added precaution. If you want to break the connection for everything, you press that and that's it. And then when you want to reset it, it does say reset on there. I don't know whether you can see that. We push it back up again. So, more cables to cut and to crimp. You've seen all that, but I'll put a link in the video for the electrics so you see how I do it, and then we'll get this little teeny tiny box of joy fitted onto the cupboard. Okay, so I have disconnected the breaker, as you can see here. Tighten that guy up a little bit, pop his little lid on, so cute. Yeah, so we are 8 on this side, and, no, sorry, 6 on this side and 8 on the other. Ring terminal size, sorry, I should say that. Ring terminal size SC16-6 on this side, and SC16-8 to reach, which I hope it's going to now. Hang on, loosen that. Loosen, Lucy, 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 la 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 la. Yeah, don't ask. Don't ask, guys. Just, it's been one of those days where, even though you have all the intentions of everything going the way you want it, it kind of didn't. It worked out in the end, but it wasn't my finest hour. Alright, woo. Bring you over here. And it's getting really overcast here, so I'm really I'm wondering, even if we do get this all attached, whether there's going to be a single amp sort from this these solar panels. But you know what, we'll see. We'll see. And if there isn't, there isn't. Do you know, it's just... oh yeah, this is a different size now. And yes, I am working with the breaker switch off. Yeah, electric's still, you know, highest respect and all that palaver. Don't want to mess about with them. So this guy, if we could reach him up a bit and over. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if he'll actually go under. No. Okay. A bit of a squeeze, but we'll do it. Oh no! Right, these nuts that come out of the bottom of these, I hate them. These terminals are not the best terminals, I can assure you. Well, that's maybe not true. They probably are great terminals, I just don't like. They're awkward. But then again, I think everything and electricals for me is awkward. Oh. Note to self, do not train as an electrician. And to all you electricians out there, I salute you. I swear to God I do. Because you guys are just the dog's bollocks. Okay. Yes, so as much as I'd like to flick the switch and all that, Trevor's away with the mobile. I don't have a mobile phone. I don't like them. But the MPPT solar charger is a smart solar and has Bluetooth on it with an app. So for us to see anything, we need that. It won't be long, honest. Okay, so I'm going to switch on the battery power, and then I am going to connect. Oh, okay. Alright. So we've got a flashing bulk. So, yep. This, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this because I don't know whether it's too close. So I'm going to hit that. And we're connecting. So the pin is a default pin of 0000. Pair. You can see the Vitron thing going bonkers. Okay. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. It should be pairing. Okay, so I put in 6 zeros and that seemed to work. I've pressed update and we'll see what happens from here. We're at 50%. And it's now 7 o'clock in the evening, so frankly I'm not expecting much here. Maybe in another video I will show you with the sun shining, because it does do that in Northern Ireland sometimes, you know, every so often. Okay, so as you can see, we're currently at 0 watts. Shocker. So I'm going to turn the big switch on and we'll see what happens, if anything at all. And yes, I am sat across the batteries and hopefully I won't get... Do you know, I'm going to move. Right. Moment of truth. So that's us now switched on. Woohoo! 2 watts! Alright, do you know what? I don't care how many watts we have. I am just glad that she works. Thank holy... Oh, God for that. That's all I care about, is that she's working. So it is, like I say, 6:30 this evening at the evening time. But my main, you know, happiness is, one, we have solar power now connected, that I managed to connect everything up all right, and that she's working. Woohoo! Happy days. So pleased. Well guys, that's another video done. Yes, was it monumental effort, but the solar panels up to get everything wired in, to get everything fed through? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Oh yeah. Thrilled to bits. Absolutely chuffed to mimples that we're working, and now that we have solar panels and solar power, not solar panels, solar power. So yeah, thanks for being here. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like or subscribe, say hi in the comments. I love reading them. And that's me. Ooh, with a bee flying past my head. Hello. Always remember, you're never too old. Bye.